Yeah, that's also one thing I love about NXP recently. Like, this didn't used to happen, right? Renegade on the Chang'e in Season 6, you would have just dreamed of it. But right now, with the flexibility that they have with Exhort and Renegade, and Yaoi and Renegade, yeah, even Renegade and James, right? There's just so much that you can do with NXP's draft that I think is being utilized to the maximum, especially in the first part of the draft.
And Harith will be the 4th ban for NXP. They're choking out the gold laners.
A lot of gold lanes out.
Yeah, a lot of gold laners out already. The Uranus, the Harith, and Work Auster Force have been playing their gold lane Uranus. One of the few teams that actually do play that Uranus on the gold lane. Work Auster Force, they're going to take out the Esmeralda. That means that they could potentially go for an Assassin plus the Angela, which we haven't seen for a long time already. The nice one baby meta feels like a thing of the past.
Yeah, and the Lancelot Angela could be a thing. Because I feel like that's just going to be the answer for Work, right? If you see the lane, who's going to be the best guy that can keep up with it? Usually, you can pick up the Claude because of the AoE, because no matter how mobile you are, the Blazing Duet's always going to find you. Or find someone with equal mobility so you can keep up with him, that's going to be Lance.
Yeah.
But because of that, it could be an open ban here for NXP. I would love it if they did.
Well, let's see if what NXP bans out here. Looks like they're going to go for the Farsa. And this evens it out. The Eve is banned out, the Farsa is banned out, and there's no mage with big range and big damage as well that will be open for this game. Again, the score is 1-1, and the next 2 picks will be crucial for both teams. They're going to go for the Baksha. I think, is it the Baksha that I've heard? But let's see if Work Auster Force is going to pick up that Baksha. We are experiencing a little bit of delay here, so for now, we will be waiting on the last 2 picks.
I love it. We can make a game out of it, right? I mean, like, what was that voice line I heard? How good am I at recognizing the voice line?
What if you're playing it in a different voice pack, though? I prefer mine in Japanese. Call me a weeaboo or anything, but I do find it more appealing to play in the Japanese voice pack.
Oh, look at this, though. Yaoi finally back on the Akai.
This is very interesting. Akai is one of those highlight-worthy tanks for Yaoi. We've seen him play with a very fiery, engaging... a very fiery, engaged
Gusion
coming in from Yaoi and Renegade. They're gonna take the Gusion. This is a fan favorite pick.
Huge
Not because Gusion is a signature pick, but because Gusion is Gusion. He's like
one of the faces of MLBB. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, this is a let's just say
the highlight hero.
This is a Gusion moment.
I love that. Oh man, Work still sticking with the Claude. I like it. I was almost thinking actually that Shu might go on Jungle Benedetta, but now we're back on the Claude, so it's gonna be the Claude Ling battle continues.
Yes, let's see if it's gonna be a clean sweep, perhaps a 3-0 for the Ling here. Again, it's the score for this match is 1-1, but we're keeping track of the score between the matchups as well. The Ling and the Claude, which has been the primary pickups for both teams so far in this game. And what are the stats right now, Rockhard?
2-0 for the Ling. Again, it's not because of just the lone hero themselves, but mostly because of how the teams are playing around these junglers. You can really tell that it's easier to play around the Ling because of the mobility. You can call the Ling back while it's farming to a fight almost immediately just because of Finch Boys, while the Claude is a little bit more predictable where it goes.
And speaking of predictable, have we predicted right? James will be on that Barrett, and that graphic went by too quickly. We just want to enter this game immediately. Game number 3 between Work Auster Force and NXP. Are we seeing a road to game 5?
Yeah, I mean, James is already low, so they're really itching to go for the fights right now. H2O also being the focus of Work, but they can't really go past Yaoi because it kind of hurts. RTZ tried to go for the steal here for the flame shot. Again, you don't really do that at the early game because of the damage, but it does scale up. So the late game flame shots hurt a lot more, and that's usually when the steals happen.
Yeah. And right now, we are entering the first minute of the game. 3 Martisi immediately cutting the wave. Gonna try to disrupt H2O. That's a reset on the orange buff.
That is huge. He's under leveled, and he also will kind of lack a little bit of gold here because of the reset on the orange. But again, James is doing his very best, but he's actually low, so he won't be able to join the fight as of yet. 3 Martisi also does not have the what do you call that? The Electro Final Blow yet, so no kills happening so far.
Yeah, but that's 3 times that the lane got delayed by the Benedetta. This is just Work Auster Force trying to shut down the lane before he even goes for a fight. And now H2O, he has to stay careful wherever he goes because Unravel and the 3 Martisi is now on his heels.
Work is keeping their eyes on the lane. And right now, Electro Final Blow with the Tyrant's Revenge able to take out the jungler for first blood.
That is quite the rotation coming in from Work Auster Force. Not only did they secure Unravel and 3 Martisi, but Arteezy as well rotated just in the range for the Firebolt as well.
They're not even waiting for level 4 fights. They want to go for it while the Tempest Blaze is out, which I think is just so smart here for Work.
And speaking of smart, Work Auster Force, they're going to start this turtle already 3/4 in HP. I don't think NXP has the retribution yet to contest here.
I don't think so. And that at this point, as H2O, you're not really in any form to fight, but they will try to force it anyway. They got level 4. They said, why not? Yaoi still got the Hurricane Dance, and he goes for Chu, but Chu still gets the turtle.
And Yaoi is significantly low. One more hit would change it, and 3 Martisi gets that kill. James still alive, but in 3v1, he might just go down.
That's not for long. That's a double kill for 3 Martisi, giving the Benedetta even more of that gold that it really does need to get it rolling. And again, a fed Benedetta in the early game is just so scary.
And Festival of Blood will just be a feast for 3 Martisi here. Already 3 stacks, a lot of spell vamp in that battle spell, or not a battle spell rather, in that, you know what?
Emblem.
That emblem, sorry. I found myself confused. I was thinking of the word preparation.
Right.
Because that's the tab.
That's the tab you go in. And that right now, the target here for Work, they are not letting H2O breathe, man. They are just jumping on him every chance they get. Arteezy though, and Unravel is in trouble here, absorbing a majority of this meteor shower.
The Benedetta's here.
Here comes 3 Martisi to save the day.
And looks like
even dodges the missile expert. Oh my god.
Wow, this Benedetta play coming in from 3 Martisi. What the hell just happened? NXP almost got 2 kills, but Unravel bought so much time, tanked so much damage from the Chang'e. And then immediately, when the Benedetta came in, that was a game changer. Yaoi!
Nasty pickup there. Yaoi gonna get kicked back by Kosei and finished off by Chu. Renegade won't really be in form to fight yet, even though he is level 6. He's got some damage, but it's gonna take a huge amount of setup for the Gushin to be able to make a kill onto the Claude.
And right now, looking at the state of the Ling, he is not having fun. This is already a 4K gold lead for the side of Work Auster Force, but we've seen this in Game 1. NXP, they were behind with this Ling, but the Ling found opportunities in the late game. But let's see if this will even reach late game. At this point, 3 Martisi, not just confident, but also powerful in this game.
Quite powerful indeed. We got James here. And dancing around with 3 Martisi's not really giving them much, right? I feel like they're just losing gold when they're doing this. Like, what are they doing?
And 3 Martisi, not just farming well as well, but giving them space around that gold lane. Now, Work Auster Force, they're gonna start this turtle, already half HP.
Oh boy, Yaoi's 1,000-pounder out. That might mean that's a signal for NXP to back off for this one, but 3 Martisi's not having it. He's chasing the Panda, man. He is going hard on the Yaoi. Yaoi forced to jump out again while he's doing... Oh my god, 3 Martisi in this game. It's just massive.
This is a massive performance coming in from 3 Martisi. 80% of the kills are in the hands of this Benedetta. Let's talk about the gold a little bit here. 4K H2O already low.
Boy. There you go, Kosei pushed back by The Hurricane Dancer and finished off by James in H2. Gets some gold back onto the lane. Not gonna be able to make much out of this one. Free Martizi doesn't have the ultimate. He does, but does not have the spellbound. Oh, will get shut down by Renegade. Gets that shut down gold. Chu with a blazing duet inside, and not really incandescence available from Renegade to make it out alive. Chu gets his life as well.
And James looks to be the next person here, but looks like Work Auster Force will be backing off instead. Work Auster Force, they bit off more than they could chew there. NXP finally found their first 2 kills of the game. Will this be a big thing for them? Because they want to find opportunities without trade-offs. In that regard, they did not give off a member in that whole 2-4-0.
Yeah.
But NXP, they need to make that happen at least twice to just give this game tilt it back a little bit for them.
Yeah, because right now I feel like Work is even their goal laner just looks like a roamer at this point. But Free Martizi just going ham on anyone he finds on the map.
Man, when you say anyone, it literally is anyone. Barrett's is the tankiest member of NXP and he does not care.
Even Yawi right now is constantly running away from Work Auster Force's Free Martizi. That is scary, bro.
Yeah, 5, 1, and 2, and 3 Martizi. Kill participation is insane, but looks like the stone will land. Sword, will he survive?
That's going to be Free Martizi trying to make sure he can finish him off, but Tempest of Blades will slow him down and gets the kill over to the lane. H2O with 1.
That is massive. A kill, a shutdown kill for H2O. That's where you want the gold to come in for NXP. You want the link to be able to funnel down the gold even if you're not intentionally trying to funnel it. You want shutdown golds to go to the link, and now this gives them pressure to the turtle. And I feel like Work Auster Force, they can't contest without 3 Martizi here.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better right now that Renegade also got the shutdown gold earlier. It really does help out with giving NXP some pressure back on the map.
And speaking of pressure in the map, another fight.
Top lane. Oh, Renegade's really feeling it right now. Free Martizi fighting off against 4. Will he have enough mobility? Apparently so. But will he have enough firepower to deal with it? That might be a completely different question.
And Work Auster Force right now, they're up by 3K, but NXP is showing signs of life. And it's not just signs even, it's like billboards of life. They're going in.
Free Martizi is on the tail. RTZ is the target. But again, we'll get the link at this point. Chu absorbed the whole of the meteor shower. His body literally bombarded with stars.
Well, it was stars versus bullets, and if you've played games with Resident Evil in its name, it's always gonna be the stars winning.
Yeah.
And looks like the meteor shower is more than enough to melt down that Chu. And I just have to say, that's a great ultimate from Yawi.
That was a huge Hurricane Dance, but again, the follow-up is with the Benedetta. Martizi, will get swallowed whole here by James. Beautiful positioning. Kosei waiting in the wings. He's got the burst. Can he take out H2? I don't think so. Tempest Blaze out. Gets some lifesteal back as well. He did it all by himself.
That could have been dangerous for NXP, but Renegade, he finds the dagger, incandescence in, but he wouldn't be landing all of those daggers back to the Cho. And this is the problem when you're trying to chase down the Cho. It's just too mobile.
Yeah, way too mobile, even with the perfectly landed sword spike. Yawi, though, gonna be able to lock down Chu. What a Hurricane Dance. Just what the doctor ordered here for NXP.
And Yawi is the key man here for NXP. Finding those opportunities with the Hurricane Dance is the goal for NXP. And finding Chu with said Hurricane Dance, even better.
Yeah, I mean, that's no mean feat. That is a Claude. How do you even catch a Claude off guard like that? Very rare. Especially if you're like a big guy like Anakai. Usually you can see that guy coming a mile away. This time around, it's obvious that Yawi got the better Chu.
Well, Yawi at this point has been playing a stellar Akai ever since the regular season.
Yeah.
He single-handedly brought out the Akai in the meta, I would say.
I think so.
In the regular season, nobody tried, or maybe nobody picked Akai apart from him. But now we see Akai picks just rising because of his performances, and that's a feat apart from just trying to take down Chu, of course. it's something that's worth mentioning for a tank player like Yawi.
I love James's Bagats as well. They just leave so little room for the Benedetta to work as well as the Claw.
But let's look at the turrets right now. Work Auster Force, they do average more turrets per game, but H2O is melting to the damage of the Benedetta, and that could have been lethal.
Flame Shot almost took out H2. Able to tempt some blades, didn't even need it, but again, they were just trying to play safe. Unravel, though, gonna get caught once more by Yawi, the Hurricane Dancer.
And Exort just with a meteor shower, finishing him off. That's killing spree for the Chang'e. It looks like RTZ is just going to back off at this point. A 1 for none or a 1 for 1 in favor of nobody.
It doesn't even matter that the cooldowns are on. Like, you can't really face NXP straight up except for Free Martizi. I think he's the only guy on Work who can do stuff like that. Even on gold right now with Shoot on the tail, though.
And Free Martizi, definitely the man for Work Auster Force right now. The only one that could potentially stop this Benedetta is the Barrett's pick. If the Barretts won't be able to, or even Yawi with a Hurricane Dance, but even if you have those picks, it feels like Free Martizi is on something else. He has something else right now. It's hard to explain. It feels like he has the X factor for Work Auster Force right now.
It's probably because of that early 2-0 that they got. It just scaled. It snowballed so hard. And because of that, Free Martizi can do pretty much anything he wants on the map, except for other members here, which we are seeing Renegade. Oh my god, even H2 gets some HP back.
Killing spree, flame shot!
Oh, that's the key.
Michael Jordan! That's why you call him Michael Jordan.
That was his name.
All the way from open qualifiers.
Yes.
A flame shot.
That was his name in the open qualifiers, and it shows here. He knows. He can predict the movements of the Ling. And obviously that was just one kill, but I feel like it made a huge difference. Because that enables the Lord here.
That came in clutch for Work Auster Force and completely turns the tide for NXP, and they need to contest this Lord. If they give away this Lord, this is going to be a Luminous Lord 12 minutes in, and that's going to be massive. Look at this!
Oh my god, though. Unravel will be pushed back, and those Purifies really hurting the Kufra right now. He's trying to get people, but it's getting Purified out of the way.
Man, Purify's coming in big for NXP, and I feel like Yawi was able to cancel the full combo for that Kufra as well. But speaking stats though, Unravel is posting a good stat line here, 0-2 and 6 compared to Yawi of 0-4 and 5.
Free Martizi, there's no one that can stop him right now. We got Free Martizi on the mid, we got Kosei backing it up as well. The Cho is not really in front, which is surprising most of the time. He's just waiting for people to go in, isn't he?
And looks like the Lord will immediately melt down with that meteor shower. And this is why you want to pick the Chang'e. The defensive capacity of this hero is just too much.
Way too much right now. And we will see Work going in here. Blazing Duet by Chu. Takes so many people out. But why?
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm quite sure the fans are raving right now.
Back, that's gonna be the boom boom. So here we go.
Here comes the moment.
They pushed back Chu. They were able to stop it. They were able to stop it in time, and they were able to slow down the push.
Oh wow, that's a very different scenario on what we imagined by Unravel. It finds Exort.
That could be the big one. Tyrant's Revenge, but no follow-up damage from Free Martizi. I don't think they called that right.
That could have been a massive setup coming in from Unravel, but then again, Rockhart, you already said it. There wasn't a big follow-up after that 3-man stun, and that's just sad. This is something that we've seen countless times already. The Kufra finding the perfect opportunity, but not really telegraphed.
Kosei, though, with the kick, not gonna be enough, and that's a follow-up with Renegade H2. The great bait with the stuns. Oh, look at this, James. Gonna be able to cast the Tone's Welcome, not gonna be able to accept it. Oh, look at this, Yawi locking down Chu. That was huge. This could be the turnaround, bro.
Yes, NXP, after that great bait coming in from Renegade. Renegade does still fall down, but that's 2 for 1, and RTZ looks to be next. The slow comes in from the same Umbrella Open, but he will be able to run away. No big objectives so far. That could have been lethal, but NXP, they're still breathing, and they still have all of their turrets despite being low.
Yeah, and all that work, I feel like, was a little bit wasted. for Work Auster Force. And H2O with a 1v1. He seems to be itching for a rebound. I don't know, revenge for something. That's a 1v1 that I would not suggest, because if one of them gets picked off, I feel like that would be game. But okay. So 14 minutes in the game. What do you see, man?
What I see right now is a Windtalker and Kosei, and this is quite a surprising pickoff, especially on the Cho rather. You know, this is the part where I have to say it once again. Cho.
Yes.
Work Auster Force, please stop picking up Cho. But I'm just joking, fam. Going back to this game,
it's difficult.
It's difficult. The gold lead has already been limited to 2K.
Martezi though able to make it out. I don't know how he did. Eye for an eye. Renegade though gonna get hunted down by Free Martezi with H2O at the backup with a follow-up. Tyrant's Revenge, and I don't know what's happening right now. It's just gonna be mayhem. Yaoi doesn't even have the Hurricane Dance in that fight. RTZ though gonna be able to get Renegade, and the rest of NXP are forced back into the base.
Yeah, and now that I think of it, the Windtalker was picked up by Kosei for split pushing, but it's a two-man knockup, and immediately the Immortality is pop H2O and have HP here. Two-man knockup as the fight continues to unravel very low. That's a blazing duet on James, but he is not going to fall down. Chang'e instead. A 3v4 here, and the base defense will be up for NXP.
For some reason, most members of NXP are quite immune to the blazing duet, except for Exhort. So they are doing a pretty good job, at least, of keeping themselves in check. But Work Auster Force definitely going to be in the lead with inhibitor turrets on top.
And Work Auster Force, they want to close this out. They had a bigger gold lead in the early games. They can't finish it. They might get finished here. And no, we don't want to exit.
No,
we
don't
want
exit. Don't exit. No. Please, no. Okay.
What we want
We're back. We're
going to be back. We're going to be back. Could get the less success that they're going to see.
And that's mostly because of Exhort's Chang'e as well. It's a big fight here. James, in the middle of everything, Chu's actually low. Uses the Winter Truncheon. Is going to be able to stay alive for some reason. But that's going to be a 2-for-1 still happening here. Chu is on the back foot. He is doing some pretty good basic attack damage. Free Martezi is back from the base, and I believe that should be it. Work Auster Force gets game number 3.
And this is Work Auster Force finally securing the lead after losing game 1. That's 2 games straight that they've won, and momentum is definitely on their side.
Game winning